Okay, so good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Drawing with Michael. I am, of course, Michael. Welcome back from the Thanksgiving holidays. I'm sure that everybody is ready and raring to go for the holiday season. Um, just to give you insight on what I did, I relaxed. I really didn't do anything, as you guys probably know from the lack of posting. I think I had two postings. One posting, I believe, was for a llama that I did. And the other one I did just a really quick sketch on Thanksgiving Day. I didn't post it to YouTube, though. But that being said, today I'm doing a review that I think a lot of people have done, probably. I didn't really look it up on YouTube. I just decided to do it. So I have known about these pencils for a long time. This is the Palomino Blackwing pencil. They do limited edition pencil runs, and a lot of times the pencil runs will have different stories attached to them, which is really cool. And the quality of the Blackwing, just from reputation, really preceded itself, and I wanted to get in there and do a review of the pencil. It's kind of weird, I've had pencils all my life, and typically what I'll use, I'll use the Collie Race blue line pencil or the red line, because I like whenever I draw, it's got a nice smooth texture to it, and it doesn't smear. But that being said, there's also my favorite pencil, which is the Ticonderoga pencil. That is wonderful, and this is the 2HB Soft, and this is made by Dixon. So you guys know that I love my art supplies. So, this was kind of a natural progression for me to review the Blackwing pencil. There's different iterations of this pencil, I'm sure, just like I indicated, because a lot of times they'll attach different stories to the pencil. This one just happens to be the number 10, which coincided with a New York Times author that committed herself to a mental institution for 10 days, and that's where the 10 comes from. And the gray is to indicate let me see, it says, who kept citizens informed to give them a voice. It features a matte gray newsprint finish. So it's supposed to emulate kind of the story. So the matte gray is the newsprint finish. The number 10 is the number of days that she stayed in there, in the mental institution, to kind of uncover the things that were going on back in the 1800s, 1887. So it's really cool that they do that. Another thing is the fact that they have every sale of the Blackwing pencil funds music and arts programs in schools, which is really cool. So I ordered these off of eBay. I can't remember how much I paid for them, probably 15 bucks, which is actually a really good deal. It says 12 limited edition pencils, but I only paid for 6 because I believe the other person had used 6 of them, and they just decided to sell them. It says extra firm, but I'm pretty sure it's 2B. Extra firm is kind of a weird misnomer, because I've already done a little bit of sketching here and there just to kind of get a feel of them, and the Graphite'S really nice. I'm really impressed with it. So it comes in this beautiful packaging. Whenever I got them in, of course, you uncover the pencils, you hear all the pencils, and then it comes with this really cool insert right here, 10 days in a madhouse. So just know that whenever you buy the Blackwing, there's multiple tiers of things that happen, from them donating it from, money to arts programs, to you getting a great product, to maybe getting a little bit of history attached to the design of each pencil. So we're going to do a little drawing today, just some character faces, really quick. I didn't want to get too in-depth. I just wanted to test the pencil out and see what I thought about it. What makes the Blackwing, I think, a little bit different, here, we're going to put this over here, is the fact that it uses a larger eraser, and what you can do is you can pull it out. See, that's really cool. You can pull it out. You can adjust it once you start going down a little bit. So we'll go ahead and we'll adjust this eraser up just a little bit, and you reinsert it in to its little home. So it's got a nice eraser. I don't really use erasers whenever I draw. That's not to say that I have any special ability or anything. I just don't use erasers. If you look at all my pencils, typically they'll have the full eraser on there because I just don't use them. So we're going to do a little bit of drawing today with the Palomino Blackwing 10 pencil. I'll do a little bit of erasing, just, you know, just for you guys who do use erasers a lot, know that it is a really good eraser. Here, we'll do this. So we'll mark a little bit on this little spare piece of paper. I've already marked a little bit. It's probably a plastic or really fine rubber eraser. And it doesn't seem to gum up too poorly. And it's wider than your normal eraser, which is really cool. So, yeah, it erases. So, the Blackwing Palomino pencil. This is obviously, you know, whenever I'm on Bristol board today, just to kind of give it a nice medium to draw on, a nice smooth surface. Depending on how you draw, I don't usually use graphite anymore. You know, back in the day, you know, when I was learning how to draw, I would use graphite a lot because graphite's cheap, right? You get into a pencil like a col erase pencil. You know, those pencils can be upwards of $1.50 to $3 to $2 or whatever, and a lot of times it gets expensive. You know, art supplies are expensive. I can already tell you right now that the graphite's really smooth. I mean, it puts nice markings down with limited pressure. The weight's really good. I literally just stuck it in the pencil sharpener just really quickly and pulled it out. And two, the wood, I'm not sure if it's a eucalyptus wood or if it's like a California hard redwood. But it feels really nice in my hand. I'm going to do just a few little creatures here and there, just so you guys get a feel and see if this pencil is really worth, you know, the premium price that you pay. And again, you're not just paying for the pencil, right? You're paying for that story, you're paying for the packaging, you're paying for the exclusivity of having, you know, this particular pencil. Here, we'll give him a couple little fingers here. And maybe gives us some fur coming out. He's got a little belly, right? And he's got his other little arm attached right here. Kind of give it a kind of a potato. Here we go. Got his fingers come out like this. His little, like that. Hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Some of you, I'm sure, spent it with family. Others spent it alone, which might be good for you. I don't know. I'm kind of dealing with my iPhone like right on my forehead. Just the way my phone is positioned. I've got a huge apparatus coming up and the iPhone sits, you know, like right in front of my forehead. And I did that, originally I did that with the intention of being able to, you know, get in here and draw. But the problem is my big head gets in the way. All right. Kind of like a beaver with attitude. Right, got his mouth that comes up like this, comes down. He's kind of looking over in this direction. Yeah, I can already tell you right now, the graphite is just so smooth. It's just really nice, and it does smear quite a bit. So just know whenever you draw, you're going to get graphite on your hand. You know, for those of you who draw a lot, you know that pencils come in different. You know, different hardnesses, and they're designated with different letters and numbers and whatnot. This doesn't really have a number. It just says extra firm. So I surmise that's probably, you know, just an overall feel, because it does feel almost like maybe a 4B, possibly. I don't really know. Here, let's do this. Yeah, it's a nice pencil. If you notice, I haven't really sharpened it yet. That's really good. It's got a nice, let's give him some fur. It comes up like that. His eyebrow comes around like this. Goes like that. Get some more fur that comes around here. Right? It comes around there like that. There we go. So, reviewing the Blackwing Palomino pencil. Now, if you guys look like on eBay or Amazon or one of those retailers, you know, Amazon the reseller, but some people, you know, sell first-run products on there, obviously. You know, these pencils are expensive, right? I mean, I saw some sets for over $100, and you know, for me to spend $100 on pencils, I don't use graphite pencils that much. I mean, if you're exclusive in graphite, I can definitely see the draw. The draw in terms of, you know, why you might want a premium product like this versus, you know, going down and spending, you know, pennies on a Ticonderoga pencil. So let's go ahead and do a comparison. Okay, so I've got my Ticonderoga pencil, which is kind of the standard. Dixon Ticonderoga has been around a long time. This is a 2B soft. So this is the Palomino Blackwing, right? The wood here is looks a little bit denser. It's smoother. In terms of the barrel, the Palomino looks like it's drawing from the standard barrel size. So let's put this to the side. Let's draw a little bit. Okay, I can automatically tell right now. Now this feels pretty good. Right? This feels pretty nice. And I think I paid, gosh, for a whole package of these. I think I got 12 of them for $1.75. A while back, I had purchased some really old pencils from eBay, and I had gotten them. They were like for the 1920s, and I think they were Ticonderogas as well. Yeah, this is a nice pencil. Ticonderoga makes it a really nice pencil. So then we side-by-side comparison it with, let's say, you know, the Dixon. I'm not saying the Dixon, but the Blackwing. Yeah, the Blackwing's smooth. I mean, I think the reality is this, guys. The science behind the pencils, it's not that complex. So whenever, you know, you want to sit here and compare and contrast two similar products that have similar stuff, you know, they're created with similar stuff, I think most of it is going to be, and I hate to say this, and I got nothing against the Blackwing. Obviously, I bought it. A lot of it has to do with marketing, the packaging, the experience, you know, premium product. It's like Apple products. You pay for a premium, right? Okay. And I like these. These are nice. Would I go out and spend, you know, $100? No. I'm getting a very similar effect with my $1.75 Ticonderoga pencil. So we're gonna scoot this over just a little bit. Okay. So we're gonna do a really simple one here. Okay, so we're gonna start out. There we go. Okay. And they're smooth. Don't get me wrong, they're smooth. They are definitely a smooth pencil. I mean, it feels really nice in the hand. It's got nice weight to it. I got itchy on my nose. I hate that. Give him some fur here, right? And like I said, I don't draw a lot anymore with graphite, but I have drawn a lot with graphite, so I know a good pencil when I feel it. And this is definitely a premium product, right? I'm just having some fun, right? I made a very conscious decision over the break not to really do work per se, because a lot of times we need that reprieve from doing work, especially as artists. You know, we need that kind of a moment to breathe, I like to call it. Give him some darker eyes here. Maybe he's got a brow that comes up like this, and it comes around, right? And it's got some not horns, but some scales, or whatever you call them. Fins. Similar to what a prehistoric creature might have, right? And he's a little anthropomorphic, so he's got maybe a human hand that comes here. He's got that pinky that comes in, right? Okay. This comes here. I really like the harder you push. I mean, it's got a nice, just a really nice feel. Once it starts wearing down a bit and you get a little bit more surface area, right? I don't really like quote unquote sharp pencils. A lot of people do. Let's give him some shorts. Right? He's got these kind of shorts. Come around here. Okay. Let's color these in. Having a little fun. Got his tongue. Comes like this. Right? Got his like that. Comes here. Comes like that. Okay. Okay, comes up like that. Color this in. A little bit of value in there, right? He's got this other hand that comes up. He's got his thumb, finger that comes here, there, and I got that last finger that kind of comes out just a little bit. Good. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over its side, and we're going to test the... Now, too, what I've noticed is this has really strong lead. That's important because it's soft yet strong, and that's kind of a dual thing going on, because what I really want to do is I throw it over here on its side, and I start shading in some of the value, you know, as maybe a shadow. Here, we'll come here, and we'll shade this whole side. Come in here and around. And it's not breaking, and that's important, because whenever I sit there and I draw, I don't want to have to think, you know, oh, if I press too hard, it's going to destroy my pencil. And the Blackwing seems to, you know, rise to that occasion. I've had pencils literally, and especially like my some of my Prisma pencils, obviously they're made of wax, so that's one of the things you have to remember. And two, you got to really watch what you touch. I think I just touched my shirt, and I might have gotten graphite on it. comes here. We get a little bit of value coming in here, right here. Comes down here. He's got his pants on. We wouldn't want his pants to come off, so maybe he's got some spots here and there. And that's what this particular, you know, pencil seems to be really good at, is, you know, your quick sketch, and that's really important and cool. So okay, so I just sharpened the pencil really quick just to get a really sharp tip, which I don't like. So I think what I'm going to do, just to and there we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so we'll go in, and again, you know, putting a little bit of value here and there. I do like the variation that I'm getting. It's really nice. Give him some, maybe a fin that comes out like this. Maybe see the very top of it, and it's kind of like that. Maybe another one right here. We're gonna put those in silhouette, I believe, in shadow. Okay. And then whenever I need to, I can go back in. I've seen this a lot, and I've said this before. You know, students that are either learning how to draw or they're new, they'll use a mechanical pencil. And a mechanical pencil, which I typically don't have any issues with, but if you're going to use a mechanical pencil, just know that it's got a tip, it's got a, you know, a singular tip to it, and whenever you put it on its side, you're going to be putting a lot of pressure on that mechanical pencil, and that might be fine if that's what you're, you know, going for. But just know that, you know, it has a possibility to break, and, you know, you can't get this nice variation of line weight, right? All these nice thick lines here, and then you kind of go a little bit thinner at the top, and you know, but if that's, you know, the mechanical pencil's the way that you fly, then that's fine. You know, I don't want to put down on that. I'm not a huge fan of mechanical pencils, but I see the value in them because I see a lot of artists use them, especially if you're, you know, comic book artist and that's what your tools that you use, and, you know, I definitely support that. So okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back really quick. I'm going to put you guys on time lapse, and I'm just going to do a little bit more fine tuning of this particular drawing, because I like this one. I like them both, but I'm just going to go back in and maybe give them some hairs and stuff like that, you know, with this Blackwing. And I love the fact that, you know, I can get really light value, and then whenever I press harder, you know, it comes out. Maybe it's got, maybe they coat, I don't know, maybe the outside of it has a harder graphite, and then the harder you push past that, you know, that outer graphite to get into the inner stuff. Wouldn't that be cool? But yeah, I love how dark you can get. It's just so nice, you know. You know what? I'm not going to put you guys on time lapse. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this up and edit all of it on my phone and do it that way. How about that? That way I'm not moving on. Just a fun creature drawing, right? You know, there's nothing wrong with doing creature drawings. I just love, you know, I love having the ability to do this. I've always been a really big creature guy. Not disgusting creatures, fun creatures. I was a Muppet kid, right? I love Muppets. And some of the stuff they did with those, you know, was absolutely wonderful. Oh, we're going to use the eraser. So here we go. We're going to use the eraser. We're going to get in there. And what I like about this is the fact that it's squared, so I can get in and get some really nice detail with this pencil. So we're going to come back, give it a little bit of detail here and there. He's got some broken teeth. Have that gum line come down. You got some teeth back here. He's got one right here that kind of comes down like that. Yeah, he's got one kind of snag tooth over here. He's got one down here, right? We're going to shadow this one in just slightly. Maybe he's got one. I don't want to mess up that silhouette right there. Right there. Okay. So I think that's pretty much going to do it for today, guys. I just wanted to get in here as I had purchased, you know, these Blackwings, and everybody raves about these Blackwing pencils. You know, I wanted to get in here and kind of show you guys exactly what this pencil was about. And I think at the end of the day, you know, we look at this and we go, oh, you know, I'll be able to, you know, do stuff like that with this pencil. And that's definitely a possibility, but the reality is you don't have to spend $6, $5 for a pencil when you go out and spend for the Ticonderogas. And this is also, I mean, it looks almost very similar to what I was just doing. The technology is not going to be much different between the Blackwing and the Ticonderoga, or any other, well, I don't want to say any other pencil because I've picked up pencils that are absolute garbage. A lot of ones that I've found that you might buy, you know, maybe they're from China or Japan or one of those areas. Some of those pencils that, you know, they just crank out for the students. You might pick up a pack at Walmart or whatever that are name brand, like Good Value or something. A lot of those pencils, the wood is compressed wood. It's not actual wood. This is actual wood. Same as this. You can see the grain in it. You can see the direction of the grain. Some of those other pencils, they bend, and they're not very good at all. So, but I think on the whole, you know, is the Blackwing worth the premium price? I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to say. Now, I will tell you, I can definitely feel the difference in the smoothness. So, if you want a nice, smooth pencil and you want that premium experience, go for the Blackwing. If you're on a budget, you know, and you can't afford, you know, $2 and $3 pencils a piece, which, you know, if you're drawing a lot, it's hard to justify that price point. Definitely don't go for the Blackwing because they're expensive. This is an expensive pencil. It's a premium product. You know, definitely wait until you get a little bit more success in your life before you go out and spend, you know, $100 on a 25 pack of pencils or whatever. So anyway, thank you guys for visiting the channel today. Please like and subscribe if you like what you see. Hit that notification bell. Whenever I post videos, you'll get notified. I'm trying to do, you know, quite a few a week to build the channel. And, you know, once we get to a spot that, you know, I'm making a decent revenue stream or source from them, who knows what happens, right? I don't think I'll ever give up anything pertaining to my freelance career because I just love to draw so much. But this is the Blackwing Palomino pencil. This is the limited edition version. Volume 10. Wonderful pencil. I definitely recommend it for drawing. But as always, there's, you know, if you can't go out and spend a buttload of money for pencils, then, you know, there's alternatives. Look, there's alternatives. So I just wanted to give you that, you know, of course, neither one of these guys are sponsors. So anyway, thank you guys for visiting the channel. We see you soon. Bye.